room for a monster?
Just as quick as I give it to you, I take it away even
That's
faster.
right. I was jamming over here, ready to go.
Sound the bells of hell, everybody.
Yes.
We're back with episode 79. Welcome back to the Pool List. I am Los.
I am Vito D.
And joining us once again is the fabulous, wonderful Silverback.
The black
Welcome
guy.
back. Yeah. We hit our ratio now. Take that, NCAA.
Like ACDC,
Yeah.
he's back in black, baby. We have
Hey.
him back here.
But we're sounding the bells of hell because we're all going to hell today.
In a handbasket.
Figure why not? There's a hell below. We're all going to go.
We're going to have fun down there, too.
And that's why Silverback's with us, folks. He's got some big announcements that he wants to make today. And we've had such a good time with him having him on the show, so we figured why not. And since he has big news, it kind of trumps all the other bullshit news we were going to talk about anyways. So we're just going to save that for later. And we're going to get right into Silverback because the man's an important man and he doesn't have time to dick around with bullshit. So here he is. Silverback, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
All right, welcome back.
Thank you.
Yes.
I missed you guys.
I didn't miss your ass ripping that I got a couple weeks ago, I'll tell you the truth. But,
The audience did.
oh, sure, yeah. Anytime they can make fun of Vito D, it doesn't happen often, but anytime they enjoy it.
But we do it because we care.
That's right. That's right. Only
So-
because you guys like me. So
Most of you remember from some of the previous episodes that Silverback had launched a comic called Hell and Holy Water, a 0 issue that he debuted at Florida SuperCon pretty recent. Was it like a month ago now?
Yeah, Magic City, yeah.
Magic City, sorry. And the response went very well. And even though there was some, should we say, creative roadblocks,
Yeah,
involved,
we'll call
say
it that.
We'll keep it PG.
very, very, very diplomatic here in the LFM studio.
Hey, listen, we can do an entire fucking show. And
Shit, how much time you got?
it might be very therapeutic. Maybe
Right.
we should do like a hidden episode somewhere.
Oh, that,
Yeah, like 2 minutes.
that works.
2 minutes after the show ends, you just have a 2-minute rant of
Yeah,
of
just a hidden episode where we leave like a little breadcrumb trail
right, exactly.
on Twitter and see if anybody picks up on it, and then they get the pleasure of hearing the backstory. But let's just say some creative roadblocks. But those roadblocks have now been cleared.
Yes.
Okay? And the future is nothing but bright. And that's why we're here today, because Silverback has started an Indiegogo campaign to continue his work on the Hell and Holy Water series, as well as some future series and some future appearances that we're going to get into. And you don't need me to tell you about it because we got the guy himself here. So Silverback, let us know what's going on in your world.
All right, cool. Well, first off, I'm doing the Indiegogo campaign for Hell and Holy Water #1, which I wrote completely, rewrote the whole script, complete reboot. I'm inking it, penciling it, and lettering it.
All right.
Only thing I didn't do was the coloring.
Okay.
So with that one there, I'm near being almost a complete one-man unit.
Nice. So you're going to have the color issue then?
Yeah.
One. Okay.
And we're going to do a color issue. We're going to do a variant cover for those people that do a donation on Indiegogo. We're doing everything from, we'll put you in the book, there's a reoccurring character. You can even, if you pledge enough, you can even design your own demon to go into the book.
Oh,
Okay. Well, before we get into the specifics of the campaign, let's remind everybody exactly what Hell and Holy Water is, for those that may have not heard us before.
Okay.
So give us a little insight, and don't panic, everybody, when he says the word reboot. Don't panic.
Yeah. He didn't just lose a job at DC and decide to do the other thing. No.
Well,
Yeah.
no,
He's doing his own thing.
we know. I can explain the reboot thing. Without going into too much of a he say, she say bullshit. At the end of the day, let's just say I learned a really good lesson doing Magic City. DTA. Don't trust anybody. Literally, I write for myself. 'Cause I write what I wanted to read.
Right.
I drew what I wanted to see drawn.
Right.
At the end of the day, I understand that people come to your table, they buy your book, without your customers, you're not anything. But if you're not happy with what you put out there, they'll know it. And then they won't be happy with it. So at the end of the day, it was like, you know what? Fuck it. Take some time, grab Metallica, grab my headset, and I rewrote the whole script. So reboot isn't necessarily a bad thing. Let's just say that I put the hell I wanted in my Hell and Holy Water.
Okay.
Right. Well, it was your baby to begin with, anyways.
Yeah.
And you had some help with it, just to get things off the ground, move a little bit quicker.
Correct.
We've all been there before. Didn't work out necessarily as well as you would have liked.
Correct.
But now you have the opportunity to fully form the baby your way, since you're the one with your hands on it.
Correct.
Really. So that's all we mean by reboot.
Right.
So
yeah.
This isn't Hell and Holy Water Convergence,
Right.
Earth 2.
No, Hell and Holy Water 0 year.
There you go.
HellandHolyWater.now.
Female Thor makes an appearance in issue number 2, by the way.
That's all coming next summer. But tell us the basis of the Hell and Holy Water overall.
Well, basically, it takes place in a place called Hell's Gate, Arizona. And basically, it's a partnership between a nun and a bounty hunter who hunt demons. And it's a 6-issue series. And like I said, it's all original, written by me, penciled, inked, lettered, everything but colored.
Awesome. So, okay, we got bounty hunter, a nun, demons. I'm not sure what else anybody else needs. Maybe throw a monkey in there somewhere.
Well, speaking of monkey.
Oh, yeah. Now we're talking.
I'm considering if Vito D would be kind enough.
Oh, boy. I knew there was a fucking catch.
No, it's not a catch. See, I'm going to give you an out from the last time that we spoke.
All right, okay.
First off, I want to apologize for slamming you for the whole baby shower
I deserve
situation.
it.
Let's see, you said that,
It
not
only
me.
comes from a good place, though.
Okay.
You're a good guy.
Well, I'm so glad you feel it that way because I have an offer for you.
Here we go.
Okay. I will release you from your Doctor Who vow of having to watch Doctor Who if you, on the air right now, would commit to being the first person to donate to the Indiegogo.
Oh, boy.
And I'll make you a reoccurring character. And you won't die like the typical black man does in the first season or the first scene of a movie.
Yeah. I actually plan on intending making a donation to Indiegogo, so I will still stay in my contract for the Doctor Who, but I also will make a contribution to Hell and Holy Water for you. So I definitely would support.
And I promise you'll live to the end of the book.
Thank you. Watch me just get decapitated the second page.
No, you'll actually live to the end of the book. I'll make sure you live.
I'll see what I definitely can see what I can do. As no, I'm not really.
I don't know about this. Sounds sidestepping to me.
I'm not sidestepping. I'm definitely gonna do something. Definitely.
Oh no! See,
he has a smartphone, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
I think we need to pull this thing out and do it right now.
No, I can't do it. I will definitely do it though.
I have my phone right here. I have the Indiegogo app right here on my phone.
I as well.
There is situations that I must.
I'm a freaking shopper on the
You know what that means, right? He has situations, which means he has a baby shower coming up.
No.
He needs to buy another fucking bassinet.
Yeah, probably. No, I'm all kidding aside, I definitely intend on doing this. So, I want to support the people that are friends of ours and you care about, and Silverback, you definitely one of those people. So I want to make sure that there's support out there. So I will definitely.
And the moral of the story is affirmative action does work.
Yes.
I got a question.
Guys,
sure.
All right. I see you later.
when he donates and then he lives to the end of the book, can I then donate and trump that and have him die immediately in the first panel?
Actually, you can.
And can I be the demon that kills him?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Funny you say that.
With my pet monkey?
No, because I have a perk in there that you can design your own demon. So if you make that particular donation and you design the demon and that demon is slated to kill him, that trumps his donation, so you're good. See, everybody wins.
See, really, there's no fine print in this because the fine print is I'm slated for death.
Regardless. There's fine print involved. It's all on the dollar bills. Whatever serial code that is. If it's higher than yours, I'm in. So let's talk about
I'll talk to my accountant, which is Westminster Academy, and I'll see what they can do.
Well, I'm excited about this. I don't think there's any... there's no amount...
No, definitely not. All kidding aside,
that's not worth
project.
Killing Vito D.
Oh,
shit. Panel.
Well, you know what, Vito? If you donate enough, I can guarantee you live.
Let's see, there you go. It has now become a.
So how much is your life worth? How much is your life really worth?
Well, depending on who you ask, really, it's not worth much.
Oh shit. Okay.
We're gonna turn Silverback into Mark Cuban, just trying to
all of a sudden,
just trying to get each other killed in a comic book. But let's talk about some of the perks of the Indiegogo campaign, because there's some really great stuff on there. So you start off like most of them do, just the
minimalistic one is $2, and that gets you a thank you card, and we thank you in the acknowledgement page of the book. It goes from that to, I don't remember the exact dollar amount, but I know you can get a digital copy of 0 and 1. Then the next one gives you digital and print of 0 and 1. We have a perk that gives you what we call the Creator's Edition, which nobody's ever seen. And that's full color with the script, with penciling, preliminary sketches, the whole 9 yards. Then we have one that has autographed posters, banners, and the book. One of them you can actually create yourself in the book. One is a reoccurring role in the book. Create your own demon. And then we have one package called the Armageddon package, which is everything. Which is
everything you said, everything from
everything from 2 to the highest amount. You get one of everything, and everything is signed by me.
All right,
awesome. So, you have one too where you actually do a character sketch as well, right?
Correct.
And it's any character that anybody would want.
Any character. So if you want Vito D, I'll draw Vito D.
There's not enough gold paint and to get my glow that comes off my halo on my head. So,
but there's enough bullshit to cover it, though.
Yeah, I don't want to waste the lead unless he's dying.
Oh shit!
Well, that's pretty awesome. So folks out there, if you've ever wanted to be in a comic book, I know some other people have done this, and they'll say offer you a cameo role in a book, which means they'll draw a likeness of you as the guy standing at the bar behind Tony Stark,
right,
or something, right? Here you have an opportunity to actually be a reoccurring character in the book,
and you have dialogue. So
which is awesome.
So a good example. Let's just say, and hypothetically speaking,
right?
Let's just say Vito D whipped out his checkbook, right? And let's just say he made that particular denomination.
This is very hypothetical, by the way.
Literally, he would end up being, say, drawn as maybe the weapons guy that my main character buys his guns from. So there'll be actually dialogue of him with my character in the book. It's just not him being in the background, roughly drawn. You could barely make him out. Right. He actually has a significant role in that particular issue.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's awesome, because I've seen it before. Where people get these cameos, and like even the creators have to tell the people like, "Oh, that's you on page 4, panel 3." You
can't even pick yourself out.
But that's awesome. So you got a recurring role. Then you have a design your own demon.
Yeah,
right.
That's like one of the coolest.
Didn't we try doing
around.
that on DC United, DC Online, when we tried to create a character?
My guy was a demon.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we did that. How many hours we spent doing that? So
forget what I called him, Aziz or something.
You start. Okay, you have too much free time in your hand when you're looking up like ancient texts online to figure out demon names.
Oh shit!
Oh, I was. Yeah.
Yeah, we were like,
I wanted to be legit.
Yeah.
Well, now you can be legit in the comic book.
Too legit to quit, baby. That's what I say.
So is it because I'm black you brought up the MC Hammer reference? Really?
No, I'm an MC Hammer guy, okay? Let me tell you something.
Okay.
Why would you say that out loud?
I like MC Hammer.
All right.
Right. And you will be rewarded. All right, there you go.
That's why we pray.
And this is why he has no money now.
Just to make it today, right? So what else? So what is the denomination? Like if I just say I want the whole deal.
The whole deal costs you $500.
Shit. All right.
But you make that in what? An hour? You're a baller.
Yeah, I'm balling. Okay. Anyway.
But really, I mean,
I honestly, you know what? Your campaign comes from a good place. You have a good idea. You're taking it upon yourself to do this whole thing yourself. I have commended
Now,
that. So.
here's the backstory to it, and there's a personal side to it. My kid just turned 13, and he just really got into comic books.
Okay, good.
And when I did issue 0, he was like, well, Papa, can I kind of help you with this? And I was in a place at that time where there was time constraints and other foreseen circumstances. I couldn't do what I wanted to do with him.
Right.
So now with the number 1 issue, aside from him being my son, he is my, I guess, co-pilot, so to speak.
Okay.
So the weapons in the book, he picked them out.
Oh, nice.
Right down to what caliber bullet, what weapon, the line of sight, the angle. He's into all of that stuff. This is a kid who would watch like Sons of Guns and all those other shows and tell you, okay, well, that's BS because that bullet's not really going to do what it said it's going to do.
Oh,
so my kid has a hand in this book.
In ballistics, right? He knows ballistics.
Not even ballistics, but even with the cars.
Right.
We went to a car show recently and he picked out, well, Dad, in issue 1, give him a Camaro. In issue 2, give him an old-time Cadillac. Give him, the hillbilly dragster that Johnny Cash owned.
Right.
I mean, he has his hands in the book.
Well, that's good.
So I want him to understand that if you work hard and you put your mind to it, you can pretty much, it sounds cliche, but you can really do anything.
Sure, of course.
And he has his hand in the book. I want to be proud of it.
Oh.
So, like I said, there's a personal story to the book as well.
Yeah, good.
And if that doesn't tug on your heartstrings right there,
I
just teared up a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Family affair now too.
Yeah.
Oh, trust me, you ask my
Telling
kid.
you guys.
Ask my kid, he'll tell you, "Oh, I'm his manager." What do you manage? I manage my dad, and I manage my dad's money, and he says it proudly, and I love him for me.
Most children do that. So, yeah.
No. I mean, but to the point to where he'll be like, "Well, Dad, we got a show coming up. What can I do to help?" And you could ask Lord, he'll tell you he was at my table selling the book.
That's awesome.
Now you would have seen that if you were not discussing how to pump breast milk. You could have seen that for yourself.
I list some very important tips on how to pump breast milk.
Yeah, but the idea is to use it on the female, not yourself, in your own private time.
I'll have no fun that way. No, but listen, I think your son being integral into this process makes it, like you said, more personal for you, and then makes the success of it more sweeter.
Yeah. Plus, he was like, he wants to write too. He wants to do a book now too. So I told him when this is all said and done, he'll have enough experience to know the ins and outs.
Sure.
From a kid level, he wants to do a book about the re-emergence of humans after a zombie apocalypse. Because he goes like, whenever there's a zombie, everybody dies, and that's normally the end of it. I want to actually have the genesis of Earth again.
Right.
So I'll help him with it. If he wants to do it, I'm down. I'll help him.
Yeah.
That's cool.
There you go. Sounds like a good idea.
Well,
And good. In 13 years old, he has vision to want to do that. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So, for this Indiegogo campaign, the best way to get to it would be to go to, for now, well, obviously, if you're on Indiegogo, you're familiar with it. It's a crowdfunding site, just like Kickstarter and all the other numerous ones that are there. It's Indiegogo.com, and the easiest way to find this campaign is when you're there, search for Silverback Comics, or search for Hell and Holy Water, and it'll pop right up on there. Otherwise, of course, we'll have links to all that stuff, as we always do. And Silverback, you have links as well.
Yeah.
On your Facebook page, your Twitter, and even your website. So give everybody that information so they can find it there as well.
For the website, it's www.silverback-comics.com. And with dash, it's actually the little dash, not the word dash. Vito. I'm on Twitter at IamSilverback21. And I'm on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Hell and Holy Water or www.facebook.com/Silverback Comics.
And the Hell and Holy Water is a ampersand, right? Ampersand?
No, it's the word and.
Okay, just want to make sure.
It works either way, though. I tried it. I actually tried it both, so it works either way. So that's the best way to get to that thing. And there's a little under 2 months left on the campaign?
51 days left as of today.
Okay, so there's 51 days left. Everybody take a look at it, jump on board. And even if you want, just throw a couple bucks. I mean, that's even right there. You get your name in the book. Not a lot of people do that.
Right.
They do these good karma, like $5 deposit, investments or whatever. They just say like, I give you a web high five or whatever.
Yeah. Right.
So that's awesome. So for $2, like any amount of money helps, and we're on board because we like to help people achieve their dreams, and having it a family affair is even cooler. And you know how we feel about indie stuff here. So take a look at that. Remember, Indiegogo.com, and search for Silverback Comics or Hell and Holy Water. Or you could find the other links at all our other various websites and social media outlets. So, now that we've gotten the excitement of Hell and Holy Water,
yes,
some other excitement dropped on the internet the other day.
Oh, boy.
I thought it was exciting.
Yes.
It was the reveal of Jason Momoa's Aquaman.
Oh, man, this was awesome.
Yes, it was.
I'm glad to hear that, because
the rest of the world wasn't?
I know, and I'm so fucking tired of it. I'm so tired of the goddamn negativity that is surrounding anything that comes out from this movie.
Well, Aquaman, always had these, the orange and the green, but they couldn't have made Aquaman look any more badass than that picture right there. I'm sorry.
I agree.
I mean, you're taking a character who a lot of people looked at as sort of a joke in a sense, and you made him fucking awesome.
Badass.
Yeah, if you went up to him and say Aquaman sucks, you have to start running and look at it, So I mean, I think, like I said, Zack Snyder is doing everything just to. I think he hears all these people bitching and complaining, and he said, you know what, fuck you, I'm going to do it my way, and I think this is awesome.
I can respect that.
Yeah. No, that's exactly what you're saying with your book. Fuck you, I'm going to do it my way.
I can respect that.
And guess what? I'm going to make... I mean, we had a discussion before, okay? Why not make it a Pacific Islander type person?
Right.
From that area. That would make his story even better. Not some blonde hair, blue eye guy
surfer
from
dude,
University of Miami, like it did, And
oh God! If you bring, I'm going to punch you in the face. Your reference is Smallville?
No, what I'm
God
saying
damn
is,
it.
what I'm saying is that's how they brought Aquaman in that way. You know what I'm saying? This is not a tradition. This is okay. This is how we're going to show what Aquaman looks like, and I think that's perfect.
But yes, I agree. I have no problem that he is not some Abercrombie surfer model with blonde hair
and blue eyes.
And blue eyes, ruling the 7 Z's of the ocean. I have no fucking problem.
Yeah, Mark Paul Gosselaar was like, I was waiting for my call from Zack Snyder, and I never got one. I mean, blonde hair, blue eye guy.
You would have been happy with that.
And we are now saved by the bell, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, let me tell you something. Either way, him or Mark Paul MPG, I would have been all right.
Here's the thing: I met Jason Momoa, and he is a hell of a guy. Very nice. I'm happy for him.
Yeah,
it couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
Good. Yeah. Yeah, his first role is one of his first roles in Game of Thrones. I thought he was a good character, and when you see someone like him, spoiler, die early on in that season, you're like shit. And so now he's gonna get hopefully a recurring role, a good role. I'm very happy.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I think it looks awesome. I can't wait for this movie. I wish it wasn't so far away. Not so much so I could see it, but just so I could stop hearing the fucking bullshit every day on this thing. I actually felt like your girl Iggy Azalea.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit.
I was like, I need to quit this social media shit.
Right.
I can't take it.
Well.
I mean, she's pissed off because people are ripping her cellulite. I'm pissed off because I just can't take
she has cellulite?
Yeah, you didn't. Where have you been? Under a rock?
Baby shower.
Yeah, well, I like
a bitch.
She's hot.
How many showers do you go to?
Plenty.
But anyways, I'm not going to explain that story because it's not even worth it. But I'm really getting depressed about all this shit.
Well, a couple of things that I read were the stupidest thing was like the complaint that there's no color in any of these people's uniform. Especially Wonder Woman. We heard that.
Well, that drives me insane because you can clearly tell that these photos have filters on them.
Right. Exactly. Well, exactly.
And it's like, why is it all bright? It's like it's a fucking filter, dickhead. You just posted 10 fucking photos of your goddamn breakfast on fucking Instagram. Right. You use the same shit. So shut the fuck up. I can't stand it. And this is what happens. I get
people
pissed.
People are complaining about this absence of color. I don't. why would Aquaman come out of the ocean with a orange shirt and green pants? I just don't understand that. Because it was drawn that way? I mean, sure. But everything has changed. Look at the Flash for 1 second. His
outfit?
We have more of a garnet, darker red. It's not that bright red that we've always seen. So things are changing.
Well, see, here's the thing. Everybody's still stuck in the mindset of it's a bad cartoon from the 80s. So they'll have that mindset of, bright rainbow colors, and it doesn't work now.
Yeah. Well, I just think it's funny because, listen, we've been around comic books for a long fucking time. Nobody gives a shit about Aquaman.
Right.
Nobody.
Right.
I don't give a shit. Maybe you run into 1, 2, 3 people that are like, I love Aquaman. Good for you.
Oh, good for you.
I don't mean it that way, but listen, congratulations. I like Deadman.
Right.
I don't fucking meet a lot of people that even know who that is.
Right.
But nobody gave a shit about Aquaman. You would think the outrage from this thing, it's like they put Batman in a pink costume or something. Where are you guys coming from?
Right.
You don't give a shit about this guy, and now all of a sudden you're pissed off? Fuck off. That's why I can't, I try not to read the comments, but I feel like I should because I need to.
You're drawn to them. That's what happens. You get drawn to them.
Being in this position that we are, doing this show, which seems like a bad idea more and more every day. It really does. I mean, we're trying to fight against the things that I can't stand, and that's why we try to remain positive and whatever. Sometimes we can't help it because there's things like Arrow that happens.
I'll punch you right in the face.
There's people on Arrow like Laurel that happen, and it's just you can't avoid such things like that. So there's some negativity has to come out. But the internet overall is just a hotbed of assholes.
Here's the funny thing about it, though. The same ones that are talking negative now, when the movie comes out, will be the same ones swinging from his Triton. Oh my God, I love the role.
Yeah. Oh yeah, all the time. And that's the other thing that pisses me off is the I don't even want to try to say this word, anonymity. Did I do that?
Holy shit!
Wow.
Fuck.
High five.
Yeah, web high five.
Right.
$2. But the anonymity of the fucking internet is what drives me insane.
Yeah.
Because you don't get those same reactions when you see people.
Oh, sure.
And if Momoa is over here at some Comic-Con, nobody's coming up with like, your Aquaman looks like Rob Zombie.
Right.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Khal Drogo come back to life and play Aquaman? No. You're going to kiss his balls. The left
Oh my
and
God,
right.
I love you, and the whole 9 yards.
Right, exactly.
I even loved you on Baywatch Hawaii. And then you're going to get his autograph and you're going to fucking walk away.
Yeah.
Oh shit, he was on Baywatch.
Yeah.
My father always used to call them telephone tough guys. When you're on the phone talking to someone, it's easy for you to
You know what? Back in the day, it's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
On the phone, and people leave a message on your answer machine. They're badasses. But you got to school the next day. What happened?
What happened, tough guy? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
bicycle racks now. Fuckface.
That's it. And people when my nickname is Obi-Wan 69, and I'm fucking ripping people on Twitter or Facebook or whatever. It's easy.
The whole thing. It's depressing. The whole thing's depressing. People don't even know how to talk to each other anymore. Guys are disgusting. I mean, they're disgusting online. The shit that they post to women and stuff. Oh.
Even when Gail Gadot was
embarrassing.
Talked about for Wonder Woman, people were just ripping her for no reason.
Yeah.
What's your take on her playing Wonder Woman?
I think it'll be great. It really is. I think she's gonna be good. Why does that look? She's not an Amazonian woman.
God, very quiet in here.
Where are you gonna find it? I mean, why don't we go get China to play her? I mean, if you want to play, I think they're trying to bring.
I had to slap the fuck out of you.
Why?
China, really?
Well,
have you not seen China lately?
I know, but you want an Amazonian woman.
I'm Wonder Woman.
Right. But what I'm saying is I think she's gonna be good for the role. I trust Zack Snyder.
Can I? Lately? Have you seen China lately?
Yeah.
Was there ever a good time?
Well, now
there was.
I don't know about that.
Are you talking WWF China?
When China did Playboy, she was pretty.
That was her best.
That was her.
She
was pretty.
The pinnacle of China.
Okay. Yeah. Now she looks like Beijing.
I just want to say real quick that Triple H had the best shirt ever for when China was part of DX.
The China Syndrome?
No, it said I'd rather be in China like that. I thought it was a cool shirt. But anyway, Gal Gadot, I think Gal Gadot was a good casting for this movie. People rip her because she's not big enough or not, whatever. I don't care what people have to say, but I think she's going to be good at it. And you know what? I have faith in Zack Snyder. I have faith in his people. He's definitely smarter than I am, but not by much, but definitely smarter than I am. And I trust his decisions.
I will not say that it was a good casting because I haven't seen enough work from her to say like, oh, I see that.
Yeah, but the problem is
it was an interesting casting.
There's not enough people that you could even pick for Wonder Woman.
No, that's why I think it was interesting. So I was like, you know what? I'm cool with it. I like her.
Yeah,
I think she's beautiful.
So let's see before you say, "Oh, she's shit," which people are.
No. I didn't say that. I said Ben Affleck was shit.
No, I'm saying, people who ripped her from the thing. Let's see how she does first.
Okay.
Let's see the people who are put her on there who obviously thought she was good. I mean, people didn't know who Henry Cavill was either before Man of Steel, and guess what? He's awesome.
So we'll compromise then. I will give her a chance, but I still think Ben Affleck is shit. Fair enough?
I can't wait till you eat crow that day. I can't wait till you come in and say, Ben Affleck is a great Batman.
Are you out your fucking mind?
Oh, that's going to happen. That's going to happen. You heard it here first, guys.
Okay.
Vito D says that Silverback will come in here and say, Ben Affleck is a great Batman. Lock it down, Los. Lock it down.
No. Log this down. If I come in here and say that he was the best Batman, I'll go to every baby shower you ever get invited to. No.
I'm not saying the best Batman ever. I'm saying that he's going to be a good Batman.
Okay, fine. If he's a good Batman, I'll go to every baby shower.
Good.
If he sucks and you admit that he sucks, you donate $500 to any Indiegogo I go from this point forward on.
Shit. $500. That ain't worth.
That's your Batman.
That ain't my Batman. I'm just saying he's better than you think he's gonna be. I think he's gonna be better than. First of all, his last recent run of movies has been pretty good, including The Town. I even liked in that movie Runner. I thought he was pretty good. He's been doing good. Gone Girl I haven't seen yet, but I heard he's well in there. I think he could be a good Batman. He's playing an older Batman. He's playing. Listen, give him a shot. Like I said, my boy Zach knows what he's doing. I'm not talking about Mark Paul Gosselaar. I'm talking about Zack Snyder.
That's way too many Saved by the Bell.
You know what? I couldn't comment on. I can't comment on that because Los doesn't have enough censor buttons for what I want to say to you right now.
Listen, Zack Snyder has been given a lot of grief for, how he did Man of Steel and stuff like that, and all of it I thought was ridiculous.
I like Man of Steel.
Man of Steel was a good movie. Why they picked Ben Affleck, I'm not 100% sure why. I don't know.
Because Jennifer Garner got on the phone and go, "We're good friends. Can you please give my husband a job?"
Well, anyway. But I also enjoyed Val Kilmer as Batman. So, I thought that was great. Didn't you like Val Kilmer as Batman, Los?
Okay, for those people who were listening, this is not me actually hitting him. But that's how I feel right now.
What? Okay, all right. Was he better than George Clooney as Batman?
Who?
Did you like Val Kilmer?
Val Kilmer wasn't better than Val Kilmer.
All right. We'll agree to disagree. Anyway, Jason Momoa is going to be great. Anyway.
Val Kilmer is like walking anesthesia.
Oh, he was great. He was a great Bruce Wayne, too. What are you talking about?
Were you watching the same movie I was watching?
Yes, I was. I don't even know how that song from U2 goes, but it was a good...
It doesn't go.
Kiss Him a Rose, please. Great
it was
soundtrack.
A great Bruce Wayne?
What?
All he did was cry about his dreams.
I have bad dreams.
He was good Bruce Wayne. He was a good Batman. How about Dick Grayson, college student? How about that?
Yeah,
that's a line.
Yeah.
That's a fucking award-winning line.
Yeah.
Right there.
He's a good Batman, and Vanilla Ice was a good rapper. Okay.
You betcha about DJ revolves it over there. Yeah. Check out the mic while DJ revolves it.
I'm glad. Actually, every week that I'm hungover, I'm just going to have the two of you come in here because this is wonderful. I mean, it's a little bit loud, but it's great.
Can't we just get along as black and white people in today's society? Can't we just get along?
I have no problem. You're ripping Affleck, I have no reason. He was a shit in what that movie was.
You're right. You're right. He was shit. See, we agree on that already. So if we could just sing "Kumbaya," the Rainbow Coalition is back together.
We love Ben Affleck. All right, he's with me. Yeah. He's with me.
He was good in Good Will Hunting too.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Applesauce, bitch.
How about this? When the time comes, we will see what happens.
Okay.
Fair enough?
We'll see what happens. You're right.
Okay, get your
I
checkbook
can't wait
ready.
for that movie review.
Get your checkbook.
You'll be with us to see us.
I'll be with you.
Oh, you will be. You will be.
You guys aren't going to mind that I'll be naked, will you?
Listen, you've been naked in every other movie you go see, so what does it matter?
Love it. Love it. Other news we didn't get to because we were absent last week was the Spider-Man.
Yes.
Big Marvel Spider-Man makeup party with Sony, which we alluded to a number of episodes ago. It finally came to fruition. It was finalized, so now we're going to get Spider-Man in the Marvel universe.
Yeah, and I like the way they did it. They're going to say where, Marvel has a say in how it's done, but Sony's going to do the movie. So it really is a cooperative effort to get them on there, which I like to see both sides say, you know what, we can make a fuckload of money. Yeah. Let's do it right.
Exactly.
And,
Can we get Tobey Maguire back?
Would you want him back as Spider-Man?
Sure, why not? Add another pussy to the Marvel universe.
Dude, really?
Actually, there's some rumblings. I'm not sure how true they are, but there's a possibility that Miles Morales might make an appearance in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. No. So, I don't know if that. I mean, listen, that could be a.
Maybe down the road, but no, they're not going to go through all this to finally get that deal and then have it.
Fuck it up.
People are going to want Peter,
right?
Especially with Civil War and all that stuff coming up.
Well, they said it's too late to put him in Civil War, though.
I don't think so.
They might do in this Captain America 3 movie. They said.
I don't think so. I think that's the whole point. That was the whole point of this.
Who would you put as? I mean, just a real quick comment. Who would you put as Peter Parker? I mean,
Tobey Maguire.
No, they're going to go older, which I guess he is older now. But I don't know. I really have no idea. Right. I don't really care.
How about Vito D?
Shit, be the best fucking Spider-Man ever.
I really don't care because in the Marvel universe, I don't really want Peter Parker. Like, I want just Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I see your point.
So I don't really give a shit who's Peter. If he takes his mask off for 2 seconds, then fine. But I want Spider-Man running around,
right,
kicking ass with a Falcon and shit.
Well, see, like, because it's different. Like Captain America, you like to see Roger's character too. I mean, that's you enjoy both of them on the screen. I can see, Peter Parker really. Okay, he's a goofball. He's
Well, it's because when Spider-Man's Spider-Man, he's Spider-Man. When he's
awesome,
Peter,
right?
he's Peter.
Right, exactly.
It's
They're
not
two different people, right?
Like Cap is the same person,
right?
You know what I mean? So that's why I don't really
give a shit.
I don't really give a shit who plays Peter. Now, when Sony reboots or whatever they're going to do, because they're clearly going to start over or do something, that would be different because that'll be obviously you'll get Peter and whatever. But I hope they stick with the older route as well.
Well, they're also saying that the Sinister Six movie might not happen because of this.
I think it shouldn't. I don't know how they're going to pull
the Rhino.
off.
I think the Rhino part. The Rhino was horrible, and I've already exhausted this ad nauseum. But the whole. If they're going to put Rhino in the movie, fine. But don't put him in for 3 seconds just so you can say, oh, one member of the Sinister Six.
That I agree on. Plus the fact that wasn't he like made out of metal?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, we do agree on something.
Right, they took a man that was in a Rhino costume and put him in a failed Dinobot costume.
Yeah. I was going to say it looked like a Transformer.
It looked like he was
me, Grimlock.
Yeah. Oh, me, Grimlock in Spider-Man movie.
I mean Rhino.
Cut Grimlock. You're supposed to be Rhino. Oh, me sorry for that.
You are no Michael Bay. Mark Webb.
I'm gonna tell you the one thing that did make that movie though. That little boy. Remember when he got in front of Rhino?
Oh yeah.
And thought he was Spider-Man. And
yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
That made the movie. That was the best part of the whole movie.
3 minutes of the movie that were good.
So did Gwen. I like her.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I think the Gwen Stacy part of the movie was what I loved about the whole deal. It's just that Jamie Foxx's character was ridiculous, and Rhino was an afterthought.
That was a real tour de force performance he put on.
Oh, get the hell out of here, please.
Hold on. So you can defend Ben Affleck, and I can't defend my brother in color, Jamie Foxx?
Well, first of all, you're looking at it as a...
It's motherfucker Jones.
Yeah. His role as motherfucker Jones is better than his role as whatever the fuck his name is.
Electro.
As Django, you better be careful.
Django was great. I mean, every role he's done is good. Electro was horrible, and that's not his fault. It's because of the way he was written.
Again, so he's still a good actor, though.
He's a good actor.
He did his job.
I don't think he was bad in that movie.
That whole movie was horrible.
Well,
I enjoyed the first one. I really liked the first one.
You were an asshole to watch that movie with.
Which one?
The second Spider-Man. Oh, he just was shuffling in his chair, huffing and puffing like that. I'm like, God damn it! You know he doesn't like it, and he's just not gonna. He's just.
What really made me angry was the Rhino thing was really horrible, and they made it like an afterthought. And then also, I thought the Green Goblin was sort of cool.
Hold on, who did play the Rhino?
Paul Giamatti.
Oh God, okay.
Well, you don't like him as an actor?
No, I didn't know that was him inside.
Right, exactly.
Inside the lunchbox.
It's like it's he was inside exactly.
Giant lunchbox.
Yeah. And it was, I just didn't think that was, the cool thing how they alluded to the Sinister Six with all I thought that was pretty cool, but they really just destroyed a lot of it for me.
Okay, so if they did the Rhino the way they did the Hulk, would you have been happy with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would have.
See, we agree on stuff.
I would have, sure. I think they should have. The Hulk looked great. Why? I mean, why stop at Hulk? They could have done the Rhino. They could have done, they did the thing like that.
They could have done Juggernaut like that too. Remember the X-Men movie with Vinny? Yeah.
No. So, but listen, they make choices and it bombed. So there you go. I mean,
what is Rhino's deal actually, though? Is he a normal dude?
He's a normal dude. He just wears a Rhino outfit. I mean, he has a costume that obviously looks like a Rhino, but he's super strength. He's sort of like Juggernaut in that way. He's actually like Juggernaut, really, if you want to, or Colossus. Well, he's got the same.
Yeah, but didn't Juggernaut have that little crystal from the Ziggurat or whatever that made him stronger?
I think he was experimented on by Oscorp, so that's why he had those powers. But he didn't have a metal Rhino costume. He just had a regular.
So he took it upon himself to put on a Rhino costume.
Yeah, I mean he had a little cutout face. I mean, you look at the picture, he had a cutout face with a Rhino horn here and everything like that.
It was like the China Panda costume.
Exactly, it looked like that. Yeah, it was funny looking, but he had genetic powers like that, and that was he was an Oscorp castaway or whatever you want to call it. So. So
as opposed to a giant metal lunchbox.
Exactly. Yeah.
See, they should have just made him like a giant, like a Vinnie Jones type.
Okay, here's a reference
that beat the shit out of people.
You know what it looked just like? You remember in The Running Man, movie The Running Man?
Yeah.
Jesse the Body Ventura's outfit that had all the metal on it, that made it look like steel. That is the equivalent of what the Rhino looked like on Spider-Man. Just a piece of shit.
So, are you you're obviously excited that Marvel's got him now?
Oh yeah, right? I think it's going to be good. I mean, like you said, I really don't care who the actor is. You get to see Spider-Man now with Cap and all those guys, and I think it's going to be exciting.
What if you woke up tomorrow morning and the press release said Ben Affleck casted in Spider-Man movie? How would you feel?
I don't know if there was a big enough Toyota jump in the air with my leg.
Kiss my ass.
Listen, I'm a supporter.
You're a supporter
of Batfleck, but. No. Affleck for Spider-Man? Come on. I know that's a ludicrous
I don't know.
question.
I tell you the truth, I don't even know if there's an actor off the top of my head that is going to do it, but
Neil Patrick Harris.
I'm assuming with how they have sort of decent stars for
Michael Cera.
Neil Patrick Harris. Neil Patrick Harris will make a really good Spider-Man.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Anyway. I mean, that's possible. I bet you he'd be in the running. But
nice.
They have somewhat big stars.
He's too pretty. For
every character. So, if they use a relatively unknown guy for Spider-Man, that's sort of be doing a disservice, I think. So, all those guys, they're going to have someone somewhat famous to be him. So
Neil Patrick Harris.
Never. I mean, never. I'd rather have the guy who played Vinny Del Pino be him than Neil Patrick Harris. Hey, Captain Americans. This is Vinny Del Pino. I'd rather have him than Neil Patrick Harris. Neil Patrick Harris is too...
What?
More choose your words carefully.
What is
he's like...
To what?
He's like, he thinks himself he's too much of a important actor now for him to to be.
He is. He was Doogie Howser.
Yeah, exactly. What you just said. If someone comes to you and says, "Hey, you want to be Spider-Man?" I would do a fucking double gainer and say yes. But no, he's too much trying to be a magician and be too special of an actor. Fuck him. He's too important. Mark Paul Gosselaar to be Spider-Man.
Okay, can we quit with the what happened to AC Slater? Why is everything about Zach Morris? What about Screech?
Screech is going to jail. He just stabbed some guy in the fucking parking lot of a bar.
What?
He did, yeah. He's going to jail. He's going to jail.
See, I blame Lark Voorhees for that because she never gave him some.
She never gave him some ass.
And there you go.
Yeah, so, anyway.
Fucking Lisa Turtle. What a bitch.
Well, did you see they did a remake, an anniversary version on Jimmy Fallon?
Yeah.
Where Jimmy was a member of the...
And they all look the same.
Yeah. But the best part was, Zach makes a stripper reference to Jesse, which I thought was great, so... Anyway, whoever they pick, I'm sure they'll do a good job. And to see him in this... Because the Civil War line is Spider-Man, the other bigger character in that thing besides Cap. So they have to have the other big bellwether in that picture. So
how do you think they're going to introduce him? Because obviously if they're going older, that means he's been around already.
Well, when are they slating to bring out the movie? For 2017?
No, it's next summer, I think.
So
or maybe it is 17. It's
how I think they may do it is introduce him in one of those after scenes of the movie. You know, those, and then maybe the summer or the winter, whatever movie's that last part of the year before Captain Civil War, do one of those after scenes where you see him, and it could be just the back of him swimming, or him watching something or him watching the congressional hearings about that start Civil War off,
right.
Or even make a reference to like J. Jonah Jameson, Parker or something, like, just to have him on, just to know that he's coming, and then they bring him in. I think
they should flash back all the way to the original Avengers and have him in Times Square somewhere. Because if they're going to make him older, how are you going to explain
he has to be in that scene, right?
That he wasn't there? Just have him.
Should they have him like delivering the shawarma they were eating?
What the hell is shawarma anyway?
It's like a gyro.
Okay.
It's a Turkish version of a gyro.
Yeah, while they're in the shawarma, he can like web down and peek in the window.
Yeah, Thor eating, and you just see him come down and take a piece of the shawarma and leave.
And go back up again?
Yeah. And I'd be like, guess there was no room for me yet.
Yeah. It would be cool, you see Spider-Man come in, and then you take off the mask and it's Pepper Potts.
I'll fucking explode.
Sucker!
I'll fucking explode.
Oh, God.
I'll be banned from movie theaters forever because you want to see a Hulk rage?
I'd pay to see that.
So great.
I'd pay to see that shit right there.
That'd be so great.
I'll probably actually
let me tell you something. I've never seen someone more pissed off at a movie than Iron Man 3 than him. I mean, like walking out of Iron Man 3.
That was horrible.
Thank you.
I liked Iron Man 3.
Well, you like Ben Affleck, so there's no credibility there.
Because I knew going in that it was going to be,
bullshit.
Iron Man is Iron Man. It's not serious.
Hold on. So you have that mentality for Iron Man, but you don't have that mentality for Ben Affleck playing Batman?
Only because Marvel movies have this sense of
entitlement?
No, of unintentional comedy in them.
Okay.
Where the DC movies have this.
Is it unintentional?
Some of it try to, but the DC movies are definitely going for a more serious, darker side. I mean, even Man of Steel was that way.
Okay, so you're doing the darker side once again. Why Ben Affleck?
Listen.
The only thing dark about him is his hair color. It's probably a bad dye job.
I think he's gonna listen. Anyway, getting off topic. I think they're gonna do a good job. I trust the guys that make these movies. Now, I think
the poor guys had to have sex with Jennifer Lopez, Jennifer Garner. I mean,
a lot of Jennifers.
It's a pretty dark life he's already lived. So,
do you not see the light at the end of that tunnel with Jennifer Garner?
I'm just saying, I feel bad for the guy.
No, but he had Jennifer Lopez at her prime, and like her.
I just feel bad for the guy. Prime. Really shit life that he's lived.
Yeah.
So, I know. He's had a horrible life.
Yeah. He can take all those really terrible experiences and
I know exactly right.
put him into the life of Batman.
Yeah, and he also was with Gwyneth Paltrow for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, that must have been horrible.
That actually probably was horrible.
Yeah, I agree.
He probably got out of there really quick.
Like a bat out of hell.
God. The puns in this room are horrible.
He tried to go down on her, and she's like, "You can't. That's not vegan."
Well, this...
He's like, "All right, I'm out."
I mean, how do you think they'll introduce
Goop.com. What?
How do you think they'll introduce Spider-Man?
I think they need to do like I said. I think they have to make a reference to him being in New York. Otherwise, it makes no sense.
Which makes it perfect for a Marvel movie. It makes no sense.
But here's the thing.
I love you.
But here's the thing. They'd have to recreate some scene that obviously never existed in the first place to show him.
No, it doesn't. He could be on some street corner and he web slings a Centauri soldier into a building and saves a kid in a stroller.
And what? He just disappeared since then?
No, and then he just looks over and then that's when you see like the ship falling or something. Have him make some comment and whatever.
Okay. Well, hey, however they do it.
It doesn't matter. As long as in your mind you're like, oh, he was there.
Right.
Because so then after that, whatever they do at that point, it doesn't matter because in your mind already you're like, he was in the battle in New York.
That same question goes for all the movies because even like we said about Captain America Winter Soldier, you're like, where's the rest of the Avengers in this whole deal? Yeah. Especially when this is a S.H.I.E.L.D. thing. Why aren't they assembling?
You're forgetting one thing, though. No matter how much we sit here and deliberate what they should do, there's going to be some dickwad on the internet. This is incorrect. Yeah. This is not right. I don't like this shit. So it doesn't make a difference. It's a moot point either way.
If Spider-Man was he would have been right in the middle of the action.
Exactly. Yeah. So does it really make a difference? At the end of the day, we're still going to spend our $99 for a ticket, $150 for popcorn, $80 for a Diet Pepsi, and $40 for Jujubes.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure if we could go back, I'm pretty sure Captain America wouldn't have just been directing traffic either.
No. No, they
in what was Iron Man 3. Well, the Avengers movie was Iron Man 3.
I'm looking back right now that
Iron Man 3 was like Iron Man 4.
Winter Soldier was the best Marvel movie besides Guardians of the Galaxy. Was the best Marvel movie they made.
I agree.
Better than Avengers, better than all of them. And the only other movie that was second to that was the first Captain America movie, I thought. All of them other than that, fail in comparison. So I think, and then when they get to the Avengers, he's an afterthought. It's Iron Man. So I really like to see what they're going to do with this Avengers and see how they're going to get Captain America in here.
I agree with Captain America too, though, for one reason.
Yeah, Falcon.
Yep.
I said he was good in that movie.
I agree.
Yeah. It was awesome.
I like the Falcon.
Great. His character was great.
More.
I
wanted more. I hope he shows up in the Avengers.
Oh, he probably will. If Black Widow, obviously Black Widow, she's going to show up, but I think he should have a cameo in there.
I was telling you the other day they already started putting out toys.
Oh yeah, you were telling me.
Who was in it that I was like, oh, that's interesting? Oh, it was Iron Patriot.
Yeah, Iron Patriot.
Oh God.
Well, he's been in every.
I just thought it was interesting that they were packaging the toys because they were doing them like 2-packs. So it was like Hulk and Hulkbuster and like Captain America and whoever, and then it was Iron Patriot and something. I was like, does that mean he's making a cameo in the Avengers movie or what?
Well, only because I would imagine obviously they're going to link this whole thing to Tony Stark is the creation of Ultron. So the only thing I would say that maybe they need Iron Patriot to help destroy him. You know what I'm saying? Because his Mark suit is one of the earlier ones, so maybe they might need that technology for something. I don't know. I mean, obviously there's grasping the straw since they don't. I understand they're making an Ant-Man movie, but they're not linking Ant-Man to Ultron at all, which is another, I guess, part of your theory of Marvel doesn't know what they're doing. But
I never said that.
What'd you say?
That they keep fucking up.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I just think that they need to. Are they going to somehow link Ant-Man to at Ultron at all, or no?
I don't know. What the fuck do I look like I wrote it?
We'll know in May.
If I wrote it, I wouldn't be sitting here with you.
Yeah, you would. You'd come back back to the slums and talk to me.
I'd be rolling with Gwyneth Paltrow on a yacht right now.
Right.
Isn't that still the slums?
What's that?
He said he'd be with Gwyneth Paltrow. Isn't that still being in the slums?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, but we'd be...
If Gwyneth walked in right now, we'd all be like, "Oh, hi, how's it going? How's Apple?"
No.
Okay. Anyway, any other news, Los?
Not in the movie world. What's been going on in the TV world?
I watched 3 excellent shows this week. Housewives in New Jersey. No, I'm kidding. No. 3 excellent shows this week. Agent Carter, probably one of the best episodes so far this season. The only sad thing, a bad thing about the show is that it's ending. It's ending well before it should. I wish it. Hopefully, gets a full run.
You know what? I felt the same way, but I'm actually glad that it's ending.
Well, I think if it went too far, it's going to overweigh. It's going to overstay its welcome. You know,
because I still love it. It's still my favorite show on TV, except for the Goldbergs and MasterChef Junior, which is adorable.
Well, I heard that Goldberg is getting canceled. So
that's come on, seriously?
Yeah.
I cry every episode that I watch the Goldbergs. You know that?
Well, it's your life. I mean, it
is. I mean, I'm that little fucking kid.
Yeah.
And that family loves each other so much, even though they like yell and fight at each other.
I cry when I watch Arrow.
Oh, well, I do too, but that's a bad cry.
Yeah.
Goldberg's cry is a good, heartwarming, like, I love life cry.
I remember that, yeah.
Arrow is like, I want to just kill myself cry. Why am I doing this to myself?
I want to shoot myself with an arrow.
But Peggy Carter, and I thought about this the other day because I was like, damn, I would watch 30 episodes of this. And then I thought, like, no, I don't want that anymore. Because now I realize all these other shows are starting to overstay their welcome. Overstay their welcome with me. Like Arrow, for example. I just can't, this season has been terrible.
Well, like you said with Agent Carter, they should keep it like this. When the other show goes on hiatus or during the summer, do an 8, 9 week, 10 week episode run, and then do it. And
have it be one little story like they do, like
different arcs. They don't have to link to each other. Just do different arcs.
Right.
And they have a lot of areas where they can go now with this, and because they didn't even touch on Shield yet of creating that, so it's like they're still dealing with the Leviathan problems and going on with that, and Stark is still an outlaw on the run. So they have plenty of area, but just that thing that they allude to, and what I love about it is it's just seems like the authenticity of the show is just that much better than any other show in that realm. I mean, if you look at it, more Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., you don't know where the authenticity is. Now they're going with the Inhumans and stuff like that. But this show is here. It's like they're doing a service, and they're like, this is the history of the Marvel Universe, and they're very careful with it, and I enjoy it for that.
Well, and it's also easier to do it in that time period as well.
Sure, right. You don't need master of explosions, and you know the inventions are cool. You know, I know you didn't like this, but I thought the insertion of some cameos from the movie from when Captain America were cool.
What didn't I like?
You said you thought it was a little hokey that they had Cap in the beginning from the movie talking to Peggy Carter.
Oh,
yeah, I enjoyed that. But that also gives me a little more authenticity to the show.
I just said that they threw too much Cap in there first. It was like, we get it.
But
we all know this is the chick from the.
That was put there just to say, oh, that's her, you know. But I like the fact that, you know, she's protecting the last vial of his existence. I mean, I think it from A to Z, well done, and I can't wait for it to come back on whenever it comes back on.
How many episodes are left?
I think it's 1.
Yeah, it should be only 1 left
because they keep talking, they keep promoting the shit out of the other one, and it's a and I was hoping for that with Gotham. I
like Gotham,
but the feeling that I get with Agent Carter was the feeling that I wanted to get with Gotham, and I didn't get it till I started watching Agent Carter. Gotham left me empty inside because it's just an empty inside show. It's all fluff and no substance, and I think that's horrible. And I stopped watching. I have it taped. I have 10 episodes to watch, but I just now they're trying to bring this Joker character, the character they think is Joker.
He was awesome.
I didn't watch it yet, but I heard good things about him. So I'm gonna do that fast forward trick you taught me until that It
was the gay kid from Shameless, right? The gay brother.
I believe so.
The redhead.
But he did a damn good job.
I saw a clip of it, but
everyone blows the guy who plays.
I'm like five episodes behind, and I despise the show.
I love the show. It's Arrow I can't stand.
I could watch Arrow any day over.
No, after
Arrow's thing is
after that last episode, After that last episode, they can keep that shit.
Well, the Laurel shit is terrible. I mean, I just can't stand it.
Laurel,
I can't stand it.
Okay, here's like the
It's
second
terrible.
season of Arrow was so good that I don't think they could have topped it in the third season. I mean, they try to make Ra's al Ghul, this character, like Slade.
Who was very disappointing.
Mhm.
Right, exactly, right. But even there's just something about the Slade character that makes the show better for some reason.
But you wasted him.
Right. They wasted this whole episode was a waste of Slade. Right.
I was like, all right, that's awesome, dude. He got out. This is going to be cool as shit. Now Slade's going to be running around too. Finally,
Right.
He's been the only villain that's been worth anything on that
Right.
show.
Sure.
They have fucking
What about
Vertigo.
Cupid?
Oh god damn!
That was a horrible episode.
You know she's coming back too because
Oh,
she's
yeah,
going to be
yeah.
a part of the fucking Suicide Squad.
Yep.
The fuck out of here! What is going on with that show? They just don't give a shit anymore.
Yep.
Everybody's already on the fucking hook, so they're like, "Fuck it,
The
let's
Laurel
throw shit against the
character
wall and
as-
see what sticks."
The Laurel character as Canary is horrible. She's horrible at that character.
She's horrible at anything. And the other chick, the one that plays the sister, she's no better.
Oh, you miss her though after you see Laurel.
No, I'm talking
See,
about
you're
no,
fucking doing it to me
no,
again.
no. I'm talking about Ollie's
Talk about
sister.
Thea.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
another one.
Yeah. You hope she died. Like when that big spiked thing was coming in the air.
Oh, God.
Dude, hit her dead.
And the writing's amazing. 1 second, she's like, he's my father.
I can't stand
And then-
him. He lied to me.
Yeah, and then Oliver's like, well, he did that. So, what? I'm not your daughter anymore.
Laurel
It's
is
like, shut the
Laurel is the vasectomy on the dick of life.
Ow.
Simple as that.
She's
She's painful to watch, to listen to, anything.
I unfortunately agree.
When the hottest chick on the show is the chick with the blonde hair and the glasses.
Felicity.
Yeah.
I like Felicity. There was no Felicity in this episode, so automatically, I mean, it was only a small
But
shot of her.
that's good though.
But,
we need a break from the crying.
But you know what it is, especially when
But
Flash.
it's
is so
better when she cries than we cry.
True.
Listen, there are definite things here that are bothersome about the show. I'm not gonna say there aren't.
Yeah, the show.
The show itself is not as good as it was last year. Last year was one of the best seasons of television I've seen in a while. Every episode was awesome. And then this episode, Slade comes back, and the parts with Slade were really good, but there's only like 5 scenes with Slade, and then the rest of it is, again, he's this. The Arrow is just this pussy who doesn't. All of a sudden now he questions everything he does, and he has Merlin, who I don't see any other superhero. This is like Superman and Luthor saying, "Let's be friends today and go do save
Get
the
some
world."
coffee.
Huh?
Go
Yeah.
get the coffee.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
I
Like the Batman and Joker saying, "Let's be friends." Are you fucking kidding me?
But I realized
Now
one
you're
thing,
doing
though.
it to me again, you asshole.
I
with the
realized one
show.
thing though. DC has an uncanny knack for giving us the most ridiculous scenarios that do not make sense in the real world.
Right.
If you pop out your shoulder and you pop that bitch back in, you are not going to end up in a goddamn fist fight and have range of motion and have no pain.
Yeah.
If you in the Flash, if you're in the fucking wheelchair, you're not going to just want to spring up. Oh, my legs hurt, and there's no sign of atrophy or nothing of the sort. So whoever's writing that shit needs to stop.
Yeah.
Well, who is it right now?
Yeah, they
She's like-
completely just
whoever writes that stuff's gonna
totally forgot about the whole dislocated shoulder thing.
Yeah.
When they
It never
say that,
happened.
when you write that, like you
She's
said,
like, come on,
And,
let's
and you
go.
notice, and the thing is, they never popped it back in. They popped it out. She hit the door, and then
she's like roundhousing people, like with windmill punches and like shit. But
That's something too. If you dislocate your shoulder, you can turn into like Mr. Fantastic.
yeah.
Your arm just
Hey Vito, give me your
Just
arm.
swing
Let
it
me have
around.
it.
I always want a 10-foot arm. I can slam the ball. Shit, NBA, here I come.
All right, Silverback, dislocated shoulder. Vito, grab this pen over there.
That kind of that those kind of things. Like last year, we would have looked past because you're like, oh, it's awesome, But now it's like you see that, and it's all.
Now she had the go gadget moment that comes around the corner and shit.
Like the thing about it is they're doing this thing now where they say, well, Oliver, you were gone, so Laurel was one of the people that helped us. Okay, all right, I understand that.
But Laura got her ass
But
whooped.
Laurel gets to that
every
time she fights, the guy beats the shit out of her. Right? She got stabbed twice with the fucking needles from Vertigo, which.
How did you not see that coming the second goddamn time?
Yeah. She gets stabbed in the neck. Oh, now she's fighting her sister. The second time, he stabs her again. And Roy, who is he has 3 left feet, comes in there to help her and fucking trips over his own feet. Gets the shit. It's like, thank God Arrow's back. Otherwise we get their shit done. And they're like, you've been gone, now we do things our way. Well, your way obviously doesn't work, motherfucker. Or I have to come back to life to come save you.
Now here's what I love. Look at Laurel and look at, what was her name? The one that died, Sarah.
Yeah.
Clearly Laurel is taller than Sarah is.
Yes.
What kind of dad does not know that that's not his damn daughter?
Yeah, he should turn around and go,
how much have you been drinking?
The other Black Canary had bigger titties than that one. I don't know what's going on. And Sin, who is the worst character on television, says, hey, old man, don't you know
that's not your daughter? Yeah. Oh, God. But the one bright spot in my universe is being called Silverback. I got to see fucking Gorilla Grodd.
That was pretty cool.
That was a good scene. But what I liked about this episode, we didn't talk about the last 2 episodes, which were both very good. But now you're starting to see the mystery of who killed Barry's mom coming to fruition. That
Oh God, no! Please don't,
Joe. But what I'm saying is it looks like they're taking more of a Flashpoint turn, as is here, because if he wants to stop, especially when he says I can stop this, which was basically what his whole deal was with Flashpoint, is they're going to take more of a Flashpoint turn with this, and if he stops his mother from dying, then I wonder how that's going to shape the whole world there.
It'll fuck it all up.
Yeah, this show's already starting to suck.
Now here's a question for you: do you remember the old Super Friends cartoon?
Yeah.
You remember Firestorm?
Yeah.
The little symbol on his outfit?
Yeah.
Is that supposed to be what they put on their chest to bind them back together again?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay.
I thought that was cool.
I actually
that came
did
back
too.
to like, holy shit, that was when he was a kid. I thought that was cool.
I didn't think I'd like the Firestorm thing at all, but I actually liked how they did it.
How they did, I thought it was cool.
I thought it was cool.
Yeah, now it seems like.
But I never gave a shit about Firestorm ever in my life.
No, he was my least favorite. But I like the way they did this. Now they can have him as a viable person to use in cases. Caitlin Snow is now my new Felicity. I love her. I love her to death. She's great.
Terrible.
Gorilla Grodd is awesome.
I love Grodd.
Grodd
was pretty cool.
I'm partial to all monkeys, so.
They're as is Lois, so
Me
he's.
too.
I think that's a great character. I love how.
That's not my reason, but.
But here's the thing now.
You heard me.
But here's a question, because I want to ask you a question. Harrison Wells, obviously, come back as Reverse Flash, right?
Yeah.
But he's not. He looked like the same Reverse Flash as the one that was hurting everybody.
Okay.
So, but there's still 2 different ones, right? Are we still alluding that there's 2 different ones?
See, you're looking at that from the mindset of common sense. We're talking about DC here, so it's the WB. It's TV. Just run with it.
I definitely think he's the Professor Zoom character.
Didn't it sort of allude to making it look like he could split himself into 2 people?
Yes, that's what it looked like.
So I have no idea what the fuck they're doing.
Right.
Like I said, it's the CW and it's Hollywood.
Well, since they alluded to that, you could split people. That he knew that. Cisco he had that technology.
Right.
So obviously he made himself into 2 different ones, and one's bad and one's good. Or no, one's worse than the other.
So we got a Jekyll and Hyde syndrome.
Yeah.
So he's bipolar then.
Right.
Oh shit.
Well, I mean that makes sense though.
Sure.
Because if you look at it, the thing he puts on his chest, which gives him the power to do the speed, could be something that also separates him.
This all just goes back to my point of why I'm happy Agent Carter's ending.
Because this would start getting into that.
No, just so it remains good.
And you didn't get tainted.
And I don't hate it by the time it's over.
See, I see the thing that bother you a little bit about the Flash. I like that. I like that for the Flash. I think the Flash is a good show.
Well, the Flash is. It still is not bothering me because
right.
I still do enjoy watching it. So the things that do bother me, I let them go.
Right.
But I can see that it's not going to be very long
before
I turn the corner.
I'm at that point now when the cop's daughter shows up, I mute my TV.
Oh, Iris?
She annoys the shit out of me.
But here's the thing. Obviously, Dr. Wells' character is protecting Barry West to some extent. Right? We've seen that from...
Don't you mean Barry Allen?
Barry Allen, Barry Allen, excuse me. I got the 2 characters messed up.
Hold on, hit the question.
Or is it actually Wally West?
Well,
don't you go there. Don't you go there.
Maybe they'll do another projection on the off of a air hockey table.
If that's not some bullshit.
But here's the way they look at it. Okay, we don't have an answer for this. So, wait a second, I have the
Is
answer.
that the same mirror? They must have got it from the estate sale and put it in the same exact spot that it was in originally.
And the wallpaper.
And no one cleaned the blood off the wall before
Yeah.
they put the wallpaper on there.
Yeah. Which the wall? Have you ever tried to fucking remove wallpaper? By the
It
way,
ain't that
Yes,
easy.
it's
I'm
not that
telling you right
easy.
now. It's not that. I've only seen it done, but people curse like a motherfucker when they
it's
try
not.
to go.
Yeah, I don't know. They have some kind of version of fathead wallpaper, I guess.
Yeah.
In the
Right.
fucking show.
Uh-huh.
Just peel it back. Yup. Look, blood, just
Right
like
there.
I thought.
Yeah. And like the blood would stay that color. Like it wouldn't show up on the wall. It just was there. I
And
mean,
you wouldn't bleed. You know
see,
what?
That's the stuff. See, that's part of being on the CW.
See,
though. That's the CW.
You see, Vito's slick. I figured out what Vito's game is. Vito would bring up enough shit to tick me off to make me really like the whole Ben Affleck Batman theory. Man.
No,
Let's go see the movie. I want to go now.
But I like. There are certain things. I wonder how, they're alluding to Crisis, making sure that he disappears now. So where is he? They're talking about the time travel with the treadmill. They're trying to get him faster to do that. So I like the way it's going. Like I said, Cisco sort of bothers me.
Are we gonna get the Vibe and Killer Frost out of this shit? Considering
I don't know.
she's supposed to be
I don't
Killer
know.
Frost.
Wow, so you're finally starting to get annoyed by Cisco?
A little bit, yeah.
No.
Just because he hasn't answered everything. He hasn't answered everything, but yet he hasn't figured out that Harrison Wells is something wrong with him. But now they're alluding to that he knows there's something wrong with him.
Man, he was so mad. Oh, he's such a nice man. He would never do anything bad. I'm
He
like,
gave me a job with no one else. Well, look at you.
what do you mean look at him?
He looks like he's 12 years old. He has a shirt that says, liquor up front, poker in the rear, or whatever the fuck shirt he wears. What kind of fucking physicist are you?
A fun one, apparently.
Oh, yeah, I guess. But he's, but he annoyed me a little bit. But Caitlin Snow.
Didn't he have like a Han shot first shirt
Yeah,
or something?
it says keep calm, and Han shot first.
Yeah.
But Caitlin Snow is my girl. She has surpassed Felicity.
Yeah, when she let her head down and got drunk at the karaoke, that was cool. I like that.
Yeah. Although her falling in love with Barry would be catastrophic in my book.
Why?
But I just don't want to.
Why can't these two kooky kids be in love?
They could be in love, but he's with that hot ass sports
Hell
writer.
yeah.
Caitlin Snow is a fucking step down if you ask me.
But what about personality? Doesn't that count for anything?
Well, I thought they were going to get together. I mean,
Hell no.
a couple episodes ago, and then he went right for the piece of ass. He's like every other dude. He
But
just did it faster.
a piece of ass isn't everything. Personality
I
comes
agree
from
with you.
and conversation.
I would go with Caitlin Snow. I'm just saying. He said, "All right, see you later, Caitlin. I got a date." And went with a hot chick. And now Iris is pissed off. She's pissed off. Look at that piece of ass with Barry.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen Eddie Thawne in 2 episodes. He hasn't been around, so we'll see what happens with him. So, but
Because shouldn't he be the Reverse Flash?
well,
In theory?
In theory, but
Oh, God.
maybe they're not going that route. If they're doing the Professor Zoom route, then it's not going to be.
I figured it out. I think the writers of DC have 2 dartboards, and one is a list of names, and one is an event, and they'll just pair them up. That name with that event, and they're going to go with it.
Professor Zoom should be with Wally West. That's he dealt with Wally West. He was Wally West's Reverse Flash, and Vaughn was for Barry Allen. So I'm not sure. Maybe Wally West is out there somewhere. We don't know.
I don't know. I think they're biting off way more than they're going to be able to chew.
Well, I love it. You can't make me hate Flash. I'll tell you right now.
You say that now.
I'm not trying to, but
Oh, you make me hate Arrow.
be prepared.
No. Nobody makes you hate Arrow. Arrow makes you hate Arrow.
I just give you a little cloth so you can wipe your glasses off a little bit.
See?
Yeah.
All right.
Turn those rose color shades that you have on
Listen.
into the clear real world that we all see.
You got me into this world of Arrow. I must say.
You want to see him go nuts? Mm-hmm. Walking Dead's back, everybody.
Oh, God. That's my kryptonite. No!
So you like The Walking Dead?
I used to like it.
Used to. What happened?
The last 2 episodes is what happened.
Oh, shit.
The last 2 episodes. We get it. The world sucks. We have no food. Let's cry for 2 fucking episodes. Why does Tyrese have to have a send-off like he's fucking J.R. Ewing? I don't understand. What the
hell?
worst fucking character on the show.
He just flipped to a whole nother level.
I told you.
I mean, you.
I am.
Damn.
I texted him. I go, I'm done with this fucking show. Why? Why is Tyrese? Why do we have to see in the mind of this idiot for this fucking retard? You're a retard. You can't even kill a guy who's threatening a baby, who came back with his crew and fucked up Bob. You are a piece of shit. Now I gotta see you fucking how you see through the eyes of death. Fuck you. Fuck you. Beth, they carried out and dumped her in a fucking ravine. Meanwhile, this prick gets a whole fucking episode about how we're gonna love you and people love you and the fucking priest is talking shit and this one's crying. Fuck him. Fuck him. This fucking television show is ridiculous. And Talking Dead, that motherless fuck Chris Hardwick talked about how he loves this show. He should be fucking thrown off the show.
We're all about to leave the room and leave Vito to his own.
I can't even fucking believe it. You guys had a ball to talk about Arrow and how horrible it is, but this fucking show is the worst fucking show on TV. You can sit back down now. I'm okay. But wait till we talk about that was the week before. This week's episode is horrible. The dogs, they ate the dogs. This fucking Daryl's crying. Then they all get for the kumbaya moment. They go against the wall. But meanwhile, a tornado comes through and kills all the walkers. However, the fucking rickety barn that was made together with fucking balsa wood and fucking chewing gum stands.
Los, that's the fastest you'll ever see me move in your studio. You hear me?
Yeah.
I mean, is this ridiculous?
I'm gonna have to get security in here soon.
Is this fucking ridiculous?
Bring my kid in here.
I mean, ridiculous. It's ridiculous. They ate 3 fucking dogs. Retarded Kenny Powers has no damage whatsoever.
He gets riled up like George Costanza.
I mean, because this fucking show, 15 million people watch it.
People have made that comparison a lot.
Idiots. I mean, it's unbelievable that this fucking show gets this many people watching it. I can't fucking believe it.
Do you yada yada sex?
Yada yada yada, yeah.
Seinfeld, there we go.
Most of my sex life is yada yada yada.
There we go, Seinfeld, there we go.
What I'm saying is that, I mean, you agree. Why does Tyrese get a send-off like that?
Because he's black?
Herschel didn't get a send-off. He's a useless character. I'm sorry. Black, white, green, purple, blue. It doesn't matter what color he is. He is fucking useless. He had hammer time one time where he hammered fucking 25 guys. He couldn't protect Judith. He's fucking useless. And then he goes over like he couldn't protect any of the people that he's with, like this montage. Like he's so... You're in the fucking apocalypse, dude. Sack up.
Do not watch Doctor Who.
Why?
Just don't do it. Just don't do it. After what I just saw right there, just don't do it.
I mean, this episode
I think it was because he was black.
Maybe.
I think because they have like a quota of how many black people they can have on the show at one time.
And now his sister's
every time they introduce a new one, they kill one off.
Sasha's like
a memory. When you think of something and you forget something, okay.
Like Sasha, like all of a sudden now she's the fucking rogue of the group. Hey, asshole. You're the one that's put us in this fucking condition in the first place. Because if you didn't go all Rambo and get knocked out in the dumbest calm in the world, maybe Beth would be alive. And then maybe your jerk-off brother would still be alive, too. Fuck you, Robert Kirkman. Fuck you. Fuck you.
So who's ready for the Walking Dead spinoff?
Yeah. I think he just killed that.
Fuck that show. Fuck everything. I can't. I told you, and you liked this last episode. I hated it. I hate it.
Tell us how you really feel.
Oh. This has been coming to a head for 2 seasons now of how they fuck with you in this show, and they do it. The first part of the season was, they've been bitching about violence. We're gonna give them this one episode where they fight everyone and kill everyone, and then what do? They fucking jerk you off in the next fucking 7 episodes, and then Beth dies. So like you said, the first episode, the last one of the mid-season finale is all you need to see.
So what you're saying is you don't like being jerked off by Walking Dead?
Right.
Okay.
The walkers, because the handle fall off is a mess. It's all kind of stuff. Am I right?
Plus, I mean, nobody wants to use teeth.
It's just ridiculous. I mean, it really
Whether
is.
you're alive or dead. I mean, teeth are just a no-go.
Are you telling me it took 5 seasons, 4.5 seasons, for dogs to appear on the show? For dogs? Huh? 3 dogs, by the way, that they killed and ate.
Hold on. You mean like animal dogs? Like Bow Wow, Wow?
Yeah. 3 dogs. Rabid, fucking, bloodthirsty dogs they killed and ate.
What if they were just wolves?
They weren't wolves. They were the fucking Doberman.
didn't, it wasn't in the budget to get real wolves.
All of a sudden, they all got up and just whacked it. The show. It's just ridiculous. It's just horrible.
If it was the end today, would you be happy?
Fuck yeah, I would.
Damn. Okay.
I mean, it's really ridiculous. They string you along. I mean, come on, you agree with it. They string you along.
I don't get this.
They string you along.
I agree with
like
you.
You're an idiot. They string you along. I mean, come on. How much more character development do we need?
But you do realize you could just not watch the show, right?
Well, who wants to do that? I'll watch it so I can rip it.
You're a glutton for fucking punishment.
I am. But it's just they string you along. He knows, he listens to the complaints of the people. He gives them 1 or 2 episodes with all the violence and all the killing and all the that you want. And then what does he do? Character development for fucking 7 episodes. Who gives a fuck about what Daryl's life was? I don't give a shit. Go kill fucking zombies. Let's do some shit. Let's go.
I know you want that.
Do you coach? You should coach football.
I should.
You should coach football.
If you knew about football, that'd be great.
Oh shit.
We're gonna take the ball and we gotta run
the
or
first
something.
base with it. We're gonna bunt on 3rd down.
We
You
better.
talk to me like I'm like, oh, they have wonderful costumes. I mean, you tell me like,
We better be careful. All right, we won't poke the bear anymore. Okay.
Please
but
don't.
can you? I mean, in all honesty, can you honestly say that Walking Dead is a good show?
No, I've been telling you for a while. It's listen, the source material that they had to work with, I've already told you, has been superbly overrated.
Yeah.
Said that since day one. So it's no brainer. But you know what? People, it's entertaining to people.
Yeah.
And I know you want action and kill zombies, but that would be boring as fuck too. If that
Yeah, but
was
I don't
every
want.
week.
But what they're doing is, and I hate to say because my favorite show is a show about nothing, Seinfeld. But they have shows that are exactly about nothing. They're about nothing. They're about sitting around doing nothing but bitching and crying.
Because you're spending a day in the life of these people that are out there, and you're supposed to be immersed into that situation. I didn't like the episode with Tyrese. Number one, it was because that was the mid-season comeback, and I didn't think that was a very strong, for waiting that long for the show to come back. It's a pretty weak episode for a comeback episode.
Right.
I also didn't like it because I too am very disappointed in what they did with the character in the show versus what they did with the character in the book. Completely different characters. Tyrese in the show was more of a babysitter,
Right.
and like this pacifist. All of a sudden, I couldn't stand it. But I also didn't appreciate that they took it so ultra seriously and really art house and really like foo fucking art indie flick that they tried to make of the episode. But on the other hand, it was kind of cool because it was a little bit different. It was creative, and it was interesting to see this guy go through this. He's dying. Get it? That was kind of cool. Second episode, fine. Maybe not a lot happens. Some of the characters are starting to annoy me a little more than they used to, like Sasha. I don't like how they just have out of the blue, like these people just flip on change everything about them leading up to that moment in like a drop of a dime. But then again, they're in this situation. A lot of people, they're getting pretty damn desperate, stir crazy. There's no food. I love that they kept showing even the animals are dying.
Right.
Like, that's awesome. It's pretty fucked up. And setting up everything that they set up with Aaron at the end of this episode, that leads to some cool shit in the book. So if they follow that along, that could be cool. So I don't really have any problem. You got a nice little speech from Rick. It is weird that Daryl's turned into like this little emo teenager now all of a sudden.
What the fuck?
And just goes and disappears into the woods and he's like, cries and
just
burns himself with cigarettes to see if he can still feel and all that shit.
Oh, you're shitting me.
Yeah, this is the same guy that was killing walkers and wearing their ears around his neck.
I wish I was shitting you, but I'm not.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna bend Carol over a log in the woods and get a nice anger fuck out of her, but that didn't happen.
She kissed him on his forehead like he was a 4-year-old.
He's acting like one.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Some good stuff's gonna come though, I think. So it should be all right.
I hope so.
Well, there is some good stuff to talk about, and
let's get you back in a better mood.
Yes.
Nobody, we love to hear you bitch,
Right.
and it is hilarious to watch you get angry.
Right.
but only for a little short amount of time. Then it gets scary.
Right.
We almost left the studio earlier. So let's get you back in a good mood. You were excited because you had a similar experience to what I have.
Yes, I did. I did.
On my little rabbit hole Netflix of journeys.
Netflix. It wasn't Netflix for me, but it was something. There's a website called GameTrailers.com. I'm not sure if anyone here has heard of it.
Yeah.
But they're a really good video game website. They have shows, and on their shows, they do like a fake talk show. They do a couple different with developers and stuff. But they have one that's called Pop Fiction.
Okay.
And what Pop Fiction is they have about 40 something episodes now on this area. What they do is they'll go over either a myth or a legend about that game, and then try to see if it's true. And by that, they'll actually go in the game and try to actually replicate this. And some are obviously true and some are false. But I saw an article where they were talking about a Legend of Zelda game. I'm like, oh shit, that's pretty cool. So I started going off and watching it. Meanwhile, next thing I know, it's 2 a.m, and I watched 30 of them in a row. And even if I didn't like the game or didn't know the game, I still watched it because they make it so interesting that it's a lot of fun. And the extent that some people go in to find these things is like, holy shit, how do you know how to do this, number one?
Right.
And fuck, how much time do you have to do it? You know what I'm saying? I barely have enough time to watch the videos, and then there are people that are, there's one guy that it took him months to get to this point, to do it after many attempts, and it's on GameTrailers.com, and it's called Pop Fiction, but I love it. There were some that I skipped over because I didn't know what the game was, but I'm going to go back and watch those today. I love it. I really do. It's something that if you love video games, and you've been playing video games your whole life, it's something that you would enjoy.
So what is it, like something like getting to the kill screen and
like
Donkey Kong or something?
That would be similar, but something like, for instance, there's the original Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers.
Okay.
There's always been theories of how they have negative levels, secret hidden levels. There's actually a theory that there's 255 worlds in the actual original Super Mario Brothers. So they actually found out how to do it. And the video is how it works is this is myth, and it tells you a little bit of the backstory of it. Then it'll say research, and it'll show them actually trying to get to these levels, and then it'll tell you if it's true or not and how they did it. And if it's fiction, they tell you. If it's fact, they show you that. But there are actually 256 worlds in the original Super Mario Brothers.
Damn.
So, like, they show you how to do it. And sometimes it requires a cheat code. Sometimes it requires, debugging the game on a computer. But a lot of them are just, this is how you do it. And I thought it was really cool. So, as a person who's been a video gamer all my life and grew up playing these games, it makes it a lot of fun to watch.
Okay.
So,
what's it called again?
It's called Pop Fiction. And it's on www.gametrailers.com. If you go to shows, you'll see the word Pop Fiction there. Also, they also doing a little mini show called Pop Facts, and they'll do those like in bits and pieces over one game over a period of time. But these here are like, they range anywhere from 5 minutes to some of them are 15 minutes long, depending on the theory they're talking about. So I really found it very interesting. So for those gamers out there that like to, I'm a conspiracy theorist type of person. I mean, I'm not, I don't have a shelter underneath my house or anything, but I like hearing different theories about things just to see different points of views. So this is what I like about that. So,
okay,
yeah,
I have a shelter under my house with every game console.
Exactly right. And I'll be foiled when I realize I don't have any way of electricity to do it. But
no, you got 3 generators.
Oh, okay. But here's the thing:
just no food or water.
Right? Who needs food?
Who needs?
There
you go.
Pokemon, right? So
Pikachu.
Right. But like a lot of them, I don't know if you guys remember GoldenEye 007 from Nintendo 64 days.
Yeah.
They have a bunch of stuff on that. Zelda, Mario Brothers, Capcom, all kind of Mega Man, stuff like that. Stuff that you grew up with. So I enjoyed watching that. So.
What about Burger Time?
No Burger Time. The kill screen though is not on there, but there are set websites dedicated to the kill screen for Donkey Kong. So
Burger Time gets no love.
That's a good game, but it's an arcade game. A lot of these games are made for more like, the RPGs and stuff like that are fighting games, stuff like that, secret endings. Like Far Cry 4, which just came out, there's like 4 or 5 secret endings to that game. One that happens within the first 5 minutes of the game if you are patient. So, like that kind of shit I like reading about and like watching, so.
Okay.
Like
check that out.
Like a Resident Evil has like
Yeah.
12 different endings you can get depending on what you do.
Yeah, Resident Evil, they'll have a good ending, they have a bad ending. Resident Evil 4 was one of the best. They had like 5 different endings for that game. And the part of it was like, the game was so good that you'll go through the whole thing again to get to that bad ending. And it really was just one decision. Metal Gear Solid had 2 or 3 different endings to it too. So it's awesome. I love that. So they'll talk about that. They talk about that there too. So
that is cool that there's a place that you can find things out, because how else are you supposed to know that that stuff exists?
Well, I asked myself the same question. Like, there was one game on there that was really interesting. It was called Shadow of the Colossus. I don't know if you heard of that game. It's a great game. It came out for PlayStation 2. And the game was originally made to have 24 Colossi in the game. Okay. But it only shipped with 16. But there's a theory that there's a 17th Colossus somewhere in the game that no one's found yet. And one of the things, we're going to find the 17th Colossus. And it turns out that there isn't one there. But the programmers didn't go through, when they originally decided 24 Colossus, they didn't go out and remove them.
Okay.
The coding for them is still there. They just hit it with other coding so you couldn't get to them and couldn't find them. So someone said, well, the 17th one is there somewhere and we can find it. They proved that it wasn't there. But they proved it by saying we couldn't get to it yet. But there are people out there that are dedicating their lives to find this. Like, they have websites and forums and shit like that trying to find the 17th. I look it up. I'm like, this is ridiculous. But I think it's sort of cool that if someone loves something that much.
So they're trying to find the abominable snowman.
Yeah. Well, that actually, it's funny you say that, because Grand Theft Auto 3, there's an abominable snowman in that game.
Oh, kiss
and
my
people
ass.
are trying to find it. I mean, that's one of the ones in this game. And it's really cool. And they show pictures of trying to find it and how they were able to find it, and it's really cool. Like in Grand Theft Auto 5,
that's pretty funny, actually.
They didn't do this one yet, but they're working on it. In Grand Theft Auto 5, there's a whole UFO cult thing in the game. And there's maps and all kinds of clues all over the game to find these UFOs. And there's one secret map that no one's deciphered yet. And they don't know if it's a secret map for downloadable content down the road or what. But there's a map, and the map is supposed to overlay on the regular map, and it's like a whole... And people are like trying
That's some like National Treasure type shit.
Yeah, no, really, it is. It really is. And no one knows what's causing it to do it, but there's a whole group of people out there trying to find what is doing it. So I think that's cool. So
that is pretty cool, actually. I'm going to check it out.
Yeah, it's GameTrailers.com and then Pop Fiction. So
they stream it right through their site. They don't even go to YouTube or anything?
Oh, no, it's right through their site. GameTrailers.com is their mainly videos of games, reviews, stuff like that. They're like IGN and GameSpot and stuff like that. I just like it because I find their reviews pretty spot on. Like, they're not very... Like, I think IGN sometimes is by how much you give them as far as advertising, they'll sway their reviews a little bit. I think that Game Trailers is...
Do they have an Xbox app, or you just watch it on the computer?
I watch it on the computer. I watch it... Actually, they have a really good app for your phone for iPad, iPhone, and Android. So I look at the Android app all the time, but their website is pretty easy too to get around.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Got any books for us this week before we wrap up?
I have one I just wanted to go over real quick
because I didn't read anything. You know why? I read so much bullshit in the
what a
fucking.
Professional you are.
I read so much bullshit in all the bullshit internet comments. I just couldn't read anything else.
I read a couple this week, but I really wanted to bring.
Why are you rushing me? I'm speaking.
Okay,
what the hell? What's going on?
It's his nature.
Well, all right. Go ahead. Let's get out of here. Go ahead.
I always talk about the same books a lot. Sex Criminals and the.
So there you go. You guys can find us at W.
All right, I get the drift. Sorry. I always talk about the Damnation of Charlie Winwood, number 4 that came out. That was really good. But a new book came out this week called Secret Identities, number 1. Out on the Image imprint, writers Jay Faber and Brian Jones. Art is Ilias Kriasis, who I'm sure is of Greek descent, and Charlie Kinkoff. He's doing the colors. And what I like about this book, it's like a fake team like the Avengers. They're called the Frontline, and they're from all over the world, and they're an international group, but they're out of Canada. So you find out about the identities of each of these people and who they are and what their lives are outside of this. But there's also one guy, his name is Crosswind, and he's like the most powerful out of all of them, but he's not a member. And they want him to come in the group because he saves their ass every time they get their shit beat out of them. So he's now a member of them, but he's infiltrating the group to find out who their identities are and to destroy them ultimately. So it's really like he's a double agent. He actually put some of these battles the front line has been fighting into place so that he can come in and help them. And it's a really cool idea for a book. Superhero stuff, I'm not the hugest fan of when it's outside of DC or Marvel. And Image, you don't see too many real quote-unquote superhero books from them. But this is really good. Secret Identity #1. Art's great. The story is good. And for anyone out there looking for something a little bit different on Image, that's the book to do.
There you go.
Yeah.
And I believe Silverback, we talked about the Indiegogo, Hell and Holy Water already, but I think you wanted to make another announcement. Is that right?
Yeah. Speaking of something different, Silverback Comics is going to release a second title this summer entitled And They Lived Ever After.
This is an exclusive here. LFM exclusive.
Which will be my warped and twisted version of our childhood fairy tales.
Okay.
So it'll be out, like I said, in time for SuperCon, along with Hell and Holy Water. It's going to be a 3-issue series, and trust me, if there is a fairy tale that you could think of, I fucked it up in this book.
All right, very good. There you go.
Basically, it takes place when you read to a child and you read at the end,
Right.
And when you close that book and that child goes to sleep, shit is still going on inside the book.
Right.
Rapunzel has a weave salon.
Right.
Sleeping Beauty has insomnia. Jack is in jail for breaking into the Giants' kingdom one time too many. And the 3 pigs are being sued by the big bad wolf.
Yeah, so it's like what happens when the book closes type of thing.
Exactly.
Well, I think we all want to know what that goes on there.
Yeah, and we've teased this before if anybody was actually paying attention, because this is some of the stuff that we were talking about
a few episodes ago, sure.
Behind closed doors off of the mic. And the stuff that we've heard from this so far sounds really hilarious, and really I'm really looking forward to this thing. And if you guys remember a couple episodes back, he brought us in some artwork.
Yes.
Which was actually from this title. Now we can finally
drop it on the world.
Announce it to everybody.
Yes.
So it looks amazing. It sounds amazing. So we can't wait for that one as well. So make sure, please, come on. I don't usually beg. And I'm not going to now.
You're not really begging. You're just
I'm not going to now.
You're saying, what the fuck?
I'm just giving you information. That's all.
Okay.
Oh, and I do coloring in this one too. So it's
right.
writing, inking, penciling, lettering, and coloring.
Nice. How are you doing it? The traditional way, or are you doing digital?
Traditional.
Wow.
That's impressive.
That's very difficult.
Can I come watch you work one day?
Sure.
Sweet.
All right. Sounds like a date.
I'll ink some things if you want. The hell.
Oh, cool.
$200 a page.
Send the bill to Vito.
Oh, jeez.
Get that magical smartphone out again.
Yeah, okay.
Transfer some shit. So there you go. But like I was saying, guys, please just write this down real quick.
Right.
www.indiegogo.com. Search for Silverback Comics, Hell and Holy Water. Let's do our best. Show him some LFM love and help him get along on his way, because I want to see these books, and I think you do too.
Yes.
And I want to see some of you guys in the books. I think that'll be great. And let's get Vito D killed in one of these books.
Yes. No, wait a second. Yes. No, you want to see Vito D thrive.
You know what? Even if I have to do an LFM car wash to raise the money, I'll do this.
Do I have to wear a bikini top again?
No, you're not. No, nobody will come to get a car wash. I'll just raise money so I could see Vito maimed.
It'll be the first page too. Like when you see the title "Hell and Holy Water," it'll be the my blood will be making the word "Hell and Holy Water." I'm sure.
And we'll dress him like Tyrese. Give him like a Tyrese cap or something.
Look, he's writing down notes on his phone.
Actually, no, I'm about to pull up the image of the variant cover to show you guys when you guys are bantering back and forth here.
There you go.
There you go.
So, Indiegogo.com, Silverback Comics, Hell and Holy Water will have links to everything. Silverback has the links on his website and Facebook and Twitter, which you guys should all have written down already from earlier, or you should already belong and subscribe to.
Right.
And if you need any of that more information, you don't know where to go, come to our website, and that's www.littlefurrymonster.com. That's LIL furrymonster.com. You get links to this show, all the other past shows, and all the other stuff that we talk about. You can find on our Facebook and Twitter as well. As most of you know, I usually sit there and just post shit all day.
Yeah.
So no excuses not to find it, and there's where it is. And we're also on YouTube now, guys. So don't forget to head over to our YouTube channel and make sure you subscribe, so we don't look like total noobs over there. And I'm getting as many episodes up as I can right now.
It is a lengthy process, though. So
it is extremely. At one point in the future, we will have our entire catalog on YouTube.
Right.
But I got to pick and choose one, and I want to still do some different things with it. So, but anyways, if you're not familiar with all the other podcasting softwares and whatever other people use, iTunes, and you listen to your shit through YouTube, we're now on there too, so you can find it easy. I think that wraps up everything for me.
One last thing, if you like comic books, we also like sports. We have to give a quick shout out to our friends, ShawSports.net. While we talk about the world of pop culture and comics and movies and TV and how we love Arrow and hate The Walking Dead, our friends over there at ShawSports.net, cool. They talk about the sports they love. They do a podcast themselves. They have graciously worked with us and let us advertise on there. There's links to our website from there. So if you want to find out about your favorite sports and take a quick break and listen about all the goodness that we talk about, you can click on our website from there. It's ShawSports.net. All your sport loves and needs, teaming up with us here at LFM to give you the best of both worlds.
Well, there you go. You heard it from the best. Now I must leave you because I'm going to go figure out why Burger Time gets no love.
Right. Yeah.
See you guys next week. Thanks again, Silverback, for sitting in with us.
Yes.
Thanks for having me.
Always fun to have you here in the studio.
This is AC Vito DC saying later.
I'm not playing another ACD song if that was your...
Oh.
He tried.
If that was your goal, you failed.
Did you do the Shoot to Thrill? Was play that Iron Man?
No, nothing. No more Iron Man talk today. I want to have a nice Sunday. All right.
Can we play the theme song to Saved by the Bell?
There you go.
Oh, there we go. No, all right, yeah.
There we go.
There you go. I knew we got him on here for a reason.
All right, you two Beldings. Here you go. Enjoy your weeks, everybody.
Right. Later. We love
Have
Arrow.
a good one.
When I wake up in the morning and the alarm gets out of warning, I don't think I'll ever make it on time. By the time I grab my books and I give myself a look, I'm at the corner just in time to see the bus fly by. It's alright, cause I'm saved by the bell. If the teacher pops a test, I know I'm in a mess, and my dog ate all my homework last night. Riding low in my chair, she won't know that I'm there. If I can hand it in tomorrow, it'll be alright. It's alright, cause I'm saved by the bell.
Da-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Little furry monster.